Hiya everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So today we have a little bit of a special episode. I usually don't do these on like the main series, these are usually the offshoots, but I figured it's for the funsies. I built up to it in the last episode. Why not? I'm probably only going to do this like once, unless people really want me to, but I figured it's for the funsies. Kind of wanted to have a little bit of funsies before the like main series ends, and just to kind of show everyone what the Matriarch herself is capable of. Now, that being said, a lot of this depends upon the hero you pair her with, but it is showing really kind of what the Matriarch is capable of. So I did say in the last episode that we are going to go to the ruins. That is still the case. I really want to fight the Wild Hunt. I really want to fight Nerub on this estate yet. The Thing from the Stars and the Dormer Lake are both in the ruins, so we might also fight them along with whatever wandering bosses are in there. As you can see, there are only 2 heroes. That is for a reason. I'll get into that in a bit. I also just kind of wanted to show this stuff here. Or I think I showed this when the Matriarch came out, but she has some kind of duo heroes, but we must protect them as the original one when you have the Matriarch and the Anointed. And then I Know My Dear. So we're going to be going with I Know My Dear, but just to show you a few more. Blighted and Bloody, I think I showed this one. Green and Greener. The Plague Doctor actually has one now. I guess there wasn't all the vanilla ones. Doctors and Dragons. Mothers and Medics. Do you have a horde? And I used to. So as you can kind of see, there's a lot of work being put into this. Vintage is constantly updating things like that. It's fun. Bard seduces Dragon. Dragon seduces Bard. Kinda bad there. But the team today is gonna be Axel the Anointed and then Zathena the Matriarch. The reason for this is Axel the Anointed has Safeguard, which will guard an ally for a set number of turns, making Axel the only one that is hit. After that, we have the Desecrated Bandana, which the trinkets are playing the hugest part in this. That's why I'm going into them in this order. So the Desecrated Bandana, on being hit, will blight the enemy party 2 for 2 rounds. But then on attack hit, if Axel does get to hit, blights the thing he hits 3 for 3 rounds. On crit, will blight the enemy party 2 for 1 rounds. And then on melee hit, self-activates Riposte. He is going to be blighting the enemy party just by being hit, and then he's going to get a riposte after he does Safeguard. But because of Oath of Vengeance, he's not going to be doing much healing. Safeguard and Renew are going to be doing minus 90% healing, and Sacred Blade will be doing minus 4 healing. So the only way Sacred Blade does any healing is if he marks himself with Condemn. We'll see about doing that. I'm not sure about the times of being able to do it. We'll see. He does plus 25% damage. Zealous Ire will do plus 10 accuracy, and then like I said, on riposte hit, or on melee hit, activate riposte. We do have Sacred Blade. It does have the opportunity of healing him as long as he is marked, which Condemn will mark himself. It also de-stealths and bypasses stealth. It pulls by 3, marks the target, marks himself. Zealous Ire is the other attack we have, but we have to hit with Sacred Blade for Oath of Vengeance to go off. But Zealous Ire, armor piercing plus damage while marked, and crit versus Unholy. We'll see about using that if there's any time in between doing these other moves. And then the meat of things here. Zathena, the trinket that makes everything here work is her Crystal of Madness trinket. She gets plus 22 accuracy, minus 22% damage received, but then on attack hit, she gets plus 1 action. So if I use Numbing Aura or Baneful Breath first, I then get to do another action. However, all attack actions are disabled, so I can't use Numbing Aura or Baneful Breath twice in a row. That's my understanding of this. On attack, the entire party, lose 222 HP if they are in position 3 or 4. It's just flat damage. They will take that if I even try to use any of her attacks. So that's basically instantly putting them to Death's Door. Or if they are on Death's Door, that's basically Death Blow. They do have a chance at surviving it, but it's not great. So every time she attacks, she's going to almost Death Blow the people in ranks 3 or 4, so it's not worth using this if you aren't having some major healing going on all the time, or you're just using 2 heroes. The other trinket that we're going to have is the Cookie Jar. Basically, it ups healing of everything she does. Purify, plus 3 healing done. Numbing Aura, plus 1 healing done. Mythandrism, plus 30% restoration. on crit buff party for plus 15% healing received, all for just consuming more food, which because we have family of 2, food isn't much of a thing. For what we're going to be using here, I'm pretty sure this loadout's going to work. I can change it like midway through if it's not. We're going to be using Numbing Aura as one of our attacks. This is like a round 2 and after type move though. So debuff the target for minus 6% crit. If the hero is blighted, which, you know, after I use Baneful Breath or Mithandrism, they will heal for 3 HP if they are blighted. And if the enemy is blighted, they get minus 5 stress. Baneful Breath has been reworked since the last time I played with her. And honestly, it's hard to keep up with all these updates with the videos, so this will probably be updated again by the time this video goes out. Baneful Breath has been reworked, the later half of this at least. Baneful Breath does minus damage, because it's a huge AoE, so minus 75% damage, but lights 5 for 3 on all enemies. And then now, instead of doing a 3 for 3 blight on all heroes, it's a 1 for 8 blight on all heroes. So it's a lot easier to use like a siphon into a poison spike with her if you're doing Baneful Breath, or using that to go into a purifier, something of that matter. It's a lot less painful to use Baneful Breath as of my last videos. We then have Purify, which remember, plus healing done. So it heals for 1 health, or 3 health now, no matter what, and then plus 11 if they are blighted. They also heal 9 stress if they're blighted and cure their blight. And Mithandrism, all heroes heal 1 health, and then 1 health for 7 rounds, and also blights them 1 for 8 rounds. However, plus restoration amount done from this, so it's going to help quite a bit. And then Numbing Aura, plus 1 healing done, so this is actually going to heal for a 4 if they're blighted. So that's kind of going to be the plan. Axel is basically going to be taking all of the damage here because of the 2 trinkets, and we're going to be safeguarding. We're going to see how this works. Grave danger awaits for the unprepared. Do you wish to continue without a full contingent? Now, that's a very good warning for people who don't know what they're doing. I'm going to put a card up here to my... Actually, I'll put 2 cards later. I have multiple videos of me doing solo videos, like one character goes in and completes dungeons. I haven't released the videos for like me completing the actual dungeons, but I have gone and done them. The videos are me mainly doing boss fights, but I had to fight through the actual boss. So to an extent, I know what I'm doing. I have never done it with Zathena here, but one of the videos I did was a solo with the Anointed. Now, I didn't have the Oath of Vengeance on him when I did that, so he is a little bit different than when I did it. So we'll see how this works. I'm going to take like all of the Holy Waters because I am expecting to fight multiple bosses here. That might make blighting him a little harder, but based on her blight chances, I think we're going to be fine. We're going to need a bunch of torches. And after that, medicinal herbs, keys. I actually do need keys to fight Nerub, so we absolutely need to take those. What are our hit chances, things like that? We're going to need training ribbons. And after that, I only get to take one thing unless I get rid of Holy Waters. So let's do that. I don't think we need the Anathenum. Or do we? It's 140. We're in the ruins. I don't think we need the Anathenum. But what would be really nice, because I'm expecting a lot of stress, is these amphitheaters here, so minus stress received. And then we're going to take Memorial because minus crits received if HP above 50 and plus crit chance. So that'll be what we do. All right. One of the big things that would be, I'm tempted here. There's 2 things here that are kind of bothering me. Like, I really kind of want to take an Aegis skill just for the protection, but the blight, if anything is going to take me out, is going to be the blight. I'm going to get rid of the memorial ribbons just in case I run into a Bonewheel. I want to try using the alluring skull. So once again, I think I'm going to link a few cards during the video. The earlier one is like most of the random characters that I just had playlists with. The one I'm about to link right now is me just messing around with the Wanderer. So if you kind of want to watch all of those, feel free. Do not feel obligated to, but just showing that like a lot of different heroes can solo a lot of different content. Vermintide content included. I did plan on eventually getting back to some of that. The real reason I stopped is Those estates take a lot of time to set up. Depending upon what it is, it can go into like weeks 100 just to set up, and then they fry very, very quickly. So with the new 64-bit thing, I'm assuming they won't fry like brick as quickly. Ooh, we got 4 of them. I think I can do this right away. So I'm assuming I can have them be fine and like not lose them as easy, which would be nice, and then not lose all that time. So maybe I can get back to it without feeling like I'm losing hours upon hours, time after time, and then just like have the time lost of just retrying the boss time after time. We'll see. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. So the whole reason I brought this is used to mark a hero for 3 rounds. Agitates Bonewheels in particular. Bad to the Bonewheel. So we're going to use that. He gets extra stuff while he's marked. We're going to safeguard Athena. We're going to see what happens to them because, you know, we used these guys. Now with Athena, I have to attack first, I believe. So we're going to Baneful Breath. Blighting all of them. Wait. Oh no. Vintage. I do not think that was supposed to give me 4 actions. And it also did not get rid of all my attacks, it just got rid of Baneful Breath. That is not working as intended. I'm assuming after this fight I'm gonna have to reinstall Athena. Oh, I haven't updated her in a hot minute, have I? Oh wait, no, the Baneful Breath updated. Yeah, I have. Okay, that was not supposed to be a thing. It could take a little while for them to respond. We're just gonna go for things. Numbing Aura, which then gave me another action. This is not how this is supposed to go. And Numbing Aura just got... I could end this because Numbing Aura didn't get removed after using Numbing Aura. Well, just to be fair... Oh man, what happens if I... Okay, I'm supposed to be able to get 1 heal. So we're gonna do Purify. Actually, no, I'm gonna do Methandriism. That's what I was going to do. And then what happens if I pass? She gets stressed out. Okay. Okay, Blight on all of them. Miss, so no Blight. Don't give up. Miss. Well, I can safely say that they're probably screwed.
Death by inches.
Part of me wants to be fair about this and just pass the turns, but I also really don't want the stress. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna Numbing Aura. Oh no, that gets us an extra action. Because of the extra action, it's gonna... Oh man, that's not how this is supposed to work. I have to use one of Methandrism or Purify, otherwise this is not fair at all. So we're gonna Purify, we're gonna heal Axle. Why did I get an extra action off of that? That's on attack. That's on attack.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Okay, you can heal yourself with Sacred Blade because you're marked.
Decimated.
And that's that. Okay. Hey, we got a trinket. Bone Shield. Bone. Plus damage reflection, plus damage melee skills, minus max HP, minus dodge. Makes sense because, you know, it's heavy. Got another alluring skull. We're going to keep that because, you know, funsies. And we'll get rid of the rest because I can't stack these for now. Okay. I can use one of the keys. Gonna leave all that.
Is only the first test. Now it must.
We're gonna go down here. Just check this stuff out. I haven't heard back from Vintage yet, so like I really would like the Baneful Breath because then that can use Numbing Aura. But we'll have to make do and just do this. 'Cause I really don't want to be that cheap right now. Unless it was really intended. We got the Blight this way. I can use Numbing Aura, Aroma. Not Aura, it's Aroma.
Unnerved.
And heal that way. And let them blight down this way. So as you can see, 6 blights around, 4 blights around, 6 sticks. We are going to Sacred Blade. How long does that last? 2. So yeah, to get both of Vengeance up, I'm not going to be able to mark himself, so we're going to be relying on the Matriarch for the healing. Going to hit the Bone Warden. That gets the riposte.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
We're gonna Numbing Aura Aroma for the heal. 4 and 6, so we take out the Sharpshooter. That's a heal. Then we get an extra action, which we can use Purify. Which is almost a full heal. Gotta re-up the guard.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And then 6 and 5, so we can heal off of this, and then we can. That's a 3 for 7. He'll full heal off of that, and Purify for the little bit of stress heal. Wait, is Numbing Aura not getting Aroma not getting taken out just because it can be used as a heal? Alright, so we're gonna get rid of the Emerald for the gold. I just heard back about the Baneful Breath situation and stuff. Evidently, they put the wrong coding in, so it's currently on a per target rather than just, you know, extra action. That was not intended, but that's going to be a fix. I think Numbing Aroma, because it can heal, is just considered both a attack and a heal. So not sure Vintage is busy right now, so I just got a answer on one of them. But we're just going to use Numbing Aroma on one for now. I was basically told to enjoy it while it lasts, but considering how much hate and I've actually gotten dislike bots on some of my videos for
Paid for in blood.
like the solo content, I'm not going to go there. Yeah, people are just mean sometimes about that stuff. So we'll see what happens. We'll just play it like it's supposed to be intended, and it's going to be fixed later.
Witnessed by his own eyes.
The spiders are quick. This is the one situation where things are going to fall apart in the actual play when they outspeed me. Safeguarding on Zathena.
The blood pumps.
I just noticed that there's going to be a boss right here. So that could be the Dormer Lake or the thing from the stars. Maybe the Wild Hunt, but I'm not holding my breath. And now they can be bladed down. So that's 6, 6, 6, 6. We are going to Numbing to heal up because we are blighted. That also de-stresses us. And then we're going to, since we're already bladed, let's purify. Remember, with a lot of these heroes that are modded heroes, a lot of actual back-end coding goes into this, which is already spaghetti code. So if you put one bad line in there that you don't mean to put in, or like you think it's the right one and it's not, weird things happen. It's not an exact science, or I guess it could be considered an exact science. And if you get something wrong, wonky things happen.
As the fiend falls,
So that's our heal.
blossoms.
We'll get rid of the blight once again with purify. And we're good. I believe spider blights out.
Continually
That's that.
onslaught.
I mean, so far this is working wonderfully. Books are bad. Books are bad.
In radiance, may we
Going up to
find
the battle room and the secret door. We'll come back for this stuff. I mean, actually, I think we'll even come back for the secret room. Hey, another bad to the Bonewheel. Well, at least we got the mark. That helps us out. So, I'm going to do this just because it agitates the Bonewheel. Then, ooh, what's the bleed actually? We're going to get rid of the bleed, and then we're going to safeguard. Just playing it safe. That's how to do this. You really, really do not want to take chances. That's more blight on them. Got to resist on the ghoul. Unfortunate, but I think... part of me thinks that if you use that, they just, no matter what, do all three. Since they're all blighted, I'm going to go for the Cultist Witch with Numbing Aroma. Get that lovely heal going. Part of me is going to see how far I can take this.
masterfully
Does that end my turn? No. So, yeah, right now I could spam Numbing Aroma and just end the fight that way. I'm not going to do that. We're going to do Mythandriism. So Blight now outweighs, or the Restoration now outweighs the Blight. Interesting. 9 rounds, not 10, but my math for that does suck.
match is struck.
We're going to get the Riposte with Sacred Blade. So now Riposte and Blight on being hit.
Blistering fear.
We're gonna want to get rid of that. Or we can't, I don't have the lid on him. Bonewheel down. Numbing aroma. There we go, that's a little bit of de-stressing. And then if I do purify, stress -9. Like I did say, I would be doing Baneful Breath if it was like a single target or not breaking her, but I am trying to play this safe right now, so I might be trading Baneful Breath off, unfortunately, come to think of it. Guard, you know what? We can Sacred Blade. We can end this fight really quickly. 10 Blight. Numbing. He goes down to... Oh no, he's got 1 health left. So... let's put the Restoration on. And then Axel can end it. There we go. Rise, my flock. We got the Alluring Skull back again.
At least promises success.
I wonder if you can just keep throwing this out and keep getting it back. Let's trade Zathena out for now, just because Baneful Breath isn't working as intended. We'll get Poison Spike. That can be really useful. Torch up. They can eat. I'm only using very, very little minimal food. Gonna use this. Actually, I didn't realize I was using 3 food, but we're using 3 food because of Cookie Jar. Just bypassing the books. We can use the secret door. We can probably get all 3 things now, because we have keys. So in we go.
Packs laden.
Does these stack now because of one of my districts? Like I said, I'd come back for this. We can holy water it. Take the emerald, leave the rest. Do 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 do. And then we get to go to the right where there's a few more battles. And because they're doing really good, I could probably see if I can proc the Wild Hunt. Near Abyss, if it spawns, it spawns. It's a curio. Here's the other one we get to do, Holy Water. Take that ruby for sure. Sconce it up. Are they trying to burn the ceremonial seath?
The path is clear.
I'd actually like to take this. We can get rid of the food. Use this. Then we'll go up. Can get this curio. And de-stress with the trap. Actually don't need any of that. Treasure room. Maybe there's fights here. I mean, obviously there is fights. I'm just not sure what they're gonna be. Ooh, sapphire. So if we want to play safe, I probably want these holy waters for whatever mini boss there is there. Anti-venoms are gonna come in clutch, I believe. Actually, no, they're not. They're really not. Because every turn I get to remove the blight that's on Axel. Bad to the Bonewheel. Alright, let's do it. Mark. Safeguard. Now they'll all go at Axel. They'll all get bonked. Or he'll get bonked. Then, Yeah, we'll have fun because they all get blighted. Gonna hit one of the bone militias with this. It's probably gonna be a stun and a blight. Then we can do this and get the restoration flowing and a blight on everyone. Wild ride. Everyone gets blighted. Ride never ends. You all get blighted. Oh, the ride never ends again? I thought it would be... That's odd. I'm not complaining. But why is he in this loop? Why is he in this loop? I thought it would just be 1, 2, 3. That racked up quite a bit for them.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Okay. Well, since we're marked, we're gonna heal up off of that.
Eradicated.
Get our riposte up.
Obliterated.
Bone militia down. Numbing aroma won't take out back to the Bonewheel, so we can heal with this. Then let's purify for the health. Vintage is also pinging me dozens of times now going, oops, oops, oh dang it, oops, oops, oops.
Broken.
I think I uncovered a few bugs. So, I'm gonna wait a few minutes while they update that because I feel like they're doing that like right now. And I'll probably have to cut recording. We'll come back right here. We'll have an updated Matriarch. And I can use Baneful Breath again because they're adding apply once if true to Baneful Breath and then fixing the numbing aroma bug where I can continuously spam that. Alright, so continuing on. Let's torch up, see what all this jazz is. Bone Bear and bad to the Bonewheel. So, let's do the safeguard once again, protect Matriarch. And then we'll see how much... I didn't have this skull. Okay. It's like, I didn't forget about the skull, right? Nope. And then it's just doing the one attack. So I think the skull really just revs up the Bonewheel there. Alright. So, I did get confirmation from Vintage that the numbing aura is just bugged. And once again, that the Baneful Breath is, once again, a little bugged. They just have to fix the code. So once that gets patched, probably later today as of me recording this, gonna be fixed by the time this video goes out. Numbing aroma will probably not be able to be used like this. But we're still gonna be using it for the de-stress, and we're gonna go at the Bone Bearer. Then gonna use this, get the healing going on us, because a little bit of restoration is always good. And then we'll see what we can do here. We want to build up as much blight as we can on that Bone Bear, because otherwise it's going to keep buffing them. And then bringing them back to life, except for maybe the Gargoyle. No, it's considered unholy too, so we'll probably bring the Gargoyle back to life. The ride never ends. Keep going. Keep going, my friend. How many times in a row can I use that? Oh, it is wrecking us.
Injury. Palpable fear.
Oh, that was actually really close.
Disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Thankfully, the Blight took it out, so it can't be resurrected. Wicked Surge. I think we're going to go before the shield wall. Because of the heal, we're good. We're going to do Sacred Blade just to get the riposte going, and we need the Bonewheel gone because we can't have it do that again to us. It was wrecking us. Then we're going to do Purify for the heal. After we do Poison Spike to Blight the Bone Bearer. Ooh, that crit.
Killing blow.
Still got him blighted. Blighted for 22 out of 23. Purify. There we go. And the rally brings the Bonewheel back. Ay, 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 this is gonna be bad. Okay, we are gonna re-up the shield. At least we got the riposte going, so it can't do too much for us there. Why did we not riposte that part? Interesting. Nonetheless, so Bone Bear goes down. Let's hit that Bonewheel. Healing up. And then we're gonna oh, we can't purify an Axle. Or we can, we're just not gonna do much. So Mythandrism. Then we're gonna Sacred Blade. This isn't really gonna heal us, but you know, gets rid of him. Bone Bearer goes down. Okay. Another alluring skull. Let's have some fun with it.
Creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Can pop the key here. Nothing we want. Default party order. So there are not too many fights left. I am gonna Firewood. Gonna feast for the stress and the health. That gives us 6 food left. We should be fine. Gonna milk. Yeah, we're gonna milk the Feigning. That way we can get a anti-venom for Axel. We're gonna remove the mortality debuff on him. It also gives him death blow resistance and virtue chance. Then from there, we are going to Venom's Embrace, so plus crit, speed, dodge while blighted. Over possessive, so minus stress on Axel, also minus damage received. And prevent nighttime ambush. And we can do restore for plus healing received on the matron if we need it. Then we'll rest.
As the light gains purchase,
moving on along, and we'll see what we get.
Clear.
Bone Rider. Okay, I mean not bad. Blight him pretty easily. Safeguard. Yeah, didn't hit the dragon, did you? Kind of surprised he resisted that. Poison Spike blighting him, giving us extra action, and blighting ourselves. Disengage the dragon. Sacred Blade, get our riposte up. 8 blight on him. This may hurt. So let's do the little bit of healing we can. Numbing Aroma. That's minus crit on him, and then we're gonna heal up on Axel with Purify. Memento Mori, that is stress. Okay, now we're posting there. Gonna poison spike the knight or the Bone Dragoon once again. That's 7 blight and a stun. So no reposting. That's fine. Need to re-up guard. We'll do that, and then re-up this. Make sure we stay alive, because I'm not supposed to use an attack there. Riposte only has 1, so Sacred Blade.
A momentary abatement.
Flying the banner. That's not an attack. We're not going to get much out of it, but he probably will do the joust next. We do not need to heal. We don't really need to de-stress, so Poison Spike. There's our Blight, no stun. Loving around on him. Have fun, Axel. Then... you know what, let's just Purify again, because I'm probably going to Poison Spike him. Need to re-up the guard. Then Poison Spike. Oh, that resist. Just get this flowing. Or Restoration for 9. I think I need the Sacred Blade because Riposte falling off. And he's at about half health, so he should dismount soon. There we go. That's going to make this fight go a lot faster because we have a lot of ways for them to potentially light themselves. Kind of surprised at how often they're resisting. Alright, so Poison Spike Horsey. And then we're just going to re-up this. Need to re-up guard. That's going to get rid of the repose or the Aegis, or should have if he would have hit. Gonna need to Purify. We'll do that after we Blight the horse again. I'm not gonna go for the Bone Dragoon until we got a Blight on it. There we go. Aegis gone. Blighted. Sacred Blight to re-up Riposte.
Surgical precision.
And Horsey down.
Does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Lighted again. Numbing Aroma. That gets us a little heal. And then we can do this to get Blight on ourselves and heal off of it next turn. Also 5 for 9, it does stack up. And Bone Dragoon down. Lovely crit there. Alright, minus blade resistance. Can we get rid of that? Okay.
Precipitates a dizzying fall.
Then I guess we'll take the Saw Blade. Plus protection, minus dodge when attacker. When hit, attacker takes 3 bleed for 2 rounds. Sure. Vault Party Order. And we got a Mourning Seraph. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Once again, we need to do the Safeguard. Gonna Poison Spike the Royalty because of stress. Stunned it, 3 Blight around. Gonna do a big heal on Axel when we get the chance. Purify. There's 15, little de-stress, and Mourning Seraph is gonna hit both, okay. So probably need to actually take that down. Little blight on everyone. Yeah, we'll poison spike the Seraph there. 5 blight round on it. Upper post, hit Lancer. That's our extra action. So we're gonna do the restoration. Actually have to keep track of that because interesting. Spell tolls that we can't repost. Okay, that hurts. You know what? Zealous Slayer, take it out. That plates it. It's got 10 out of 14. And take them all out. That's 12 out of 14. By numbing aroma it, I think we're good. Because then... oh, maybe not. Can still purify and heal though. $90 damage for 2 rounds, so it's probably not going to be doing too much to us if it even hits. We can heal up a tad. Actually, is it even going to heal? Okay, yeah, because we hit someone that was blighted.
A trifling victory.
Wait a moment.
But a victory nonetheless.
That's not supposed to heal us. Because all heroes heal 3 if blighted. Heal 3 if hero blighted. I think that might have been because of the cookie jar. Numbing aroma plus 1 healing done, so it might up the heal no matter what. But once again, no, that might not be a thing. Alright, we're going to leave those. We're going to get the... oh, my bad. We're going to get the Anointed some extra damage here. Nope, that's not a thing. So this is going to be a room battle. I see that Vintage literally just updated things, so I'm going to exit out, update the Matriarch, come back in. Hopefully things are all updated. That way I can use Baneful Breath like I had originally wanted to. That way I'm not getting all the extra actions on using Baneful Breath. Numbing Aroma should be disabling when it should be, like after the first attack, and then we don't have to worry about that stuff.
Can the defiled be consecrated?
Alright, so once again, sorry for the cut. Was making sure to update Athena here. So the Matriarch. Baneful Breath should be updated so that it is no longer giving me 4 actions on hit if I hit all 4 hero or all 4 enemies. And Numbing Aroma should be 1 per action now. We'll see if it actually works as such. Oh, this could be bad. Did not mean to click out. Vintage sent me a note saying that I need to note something about the actual trinket, so I need to ask him what I need to note about the trinket. So yeah, this Vintage wanted to make sure I actually address this, even though I think I said this just a bit ago. Beta update 12 fixed an issue where the Matriarch's Crystal of Madness trinket would give more than 1 action when using Baneful Breath. kind of went over that. That's the entire reason I restarted it, and that's the entire reason I closed out of the game and updated the Matriarch and fixed an issue where the Matriarch's Crystal of Madness trinket would not disable numbing aroma on an attack hit. That's what we're about to actually test. And then there's a few other updates here that might as well go over them while I'm doing this because it's mid-video. Crystal of the Matriarch's base crit and crit modifiers on all of our skills have been adjusted somewhat as I realized they were a little overtuned. This ends up working out to a net -2 crit chance on Poison Spike and -3% crit chance on Venom Eater, assuming you are attacking a non-blighted target. Baneful Breath modifier has been adjusted as well, but it still works out to the same base chance as previously, net 7% crit chance at Champion. In all previous versions of the skill, Venom Eater has been a power crept version of the Bounty Hunter's Finish Him, assuming the target has not been stunned nor blighted. It has 5 higher accuracy and a higher chance to crit. This change aims to make it have a worse crit but better accuracy, keeping it as a side grade, which was the original intent. So, those were the patch notes for this. Mainly they wanted me to address the facts of the Crystal Madness trinket, that these were fixed, which we're about to see. So, let's safeguard first of all, get this going. And that's a blight for everyone. Really, the Bonewheel's resistant. Anywho, let's see if Baneful Breath works as intended. That's a blight on all. We only got one action. Awesome. Numbing Aroma also got disabled. Lovely. Then, what I do want to test out here is by Medicinal Herb. These still are disabled. That's a workaround with few other mods that kind of disables their attacks and other things being disabled. I love the fact that that doesn't get rid of the things being disabled. Otherwise, we're gonna do this as the heal. We'll Mythandrism next turn. And then Axel takes all the hits again, blighting everyone. I forgot to use the Alluring Skull. Oh well. Not like we won't find more Bonewheels. Well, that's really racking up blight on everyone. The ride never ends. Keep on going there, buddy. Don't give up, skeleton. I do wonder what the accuracy is on that because they keep missing. So if they keep hitting, do they just keep doing the ride never ends? Or not? I know it's kind of like a chance base they can keep hitting. We are then gonna Sacred Blade. Riposte. I think everyone blights out, so I wasn't gonna use the Alluring Skull here. Then we can Numbing Aroma. This is going to get us de-stressed.
Soothed. Sedated.
Wasn't gonna heal because we are not blighted, but then we can do this and get blighted. And then this turn, I think everyone drops. We can take the bleed, get rid of one of them.
Give them
I actually just dropped the guard, but that's fine because once again they're going. Numbing Aroma once again, just getting the heal and de-stress. A little bit of healing, it's nice. And then we're going to Purify on Axel, which will heal him. And then watch the enemies drop. No stress, I love it. Another Alluring Skull. Oh, they do stack. I'm like, can I not take it?
Or is it really a trick of the light?
See, nothing I really want to get rid of, just in case any of these Gyrios are Nerub. And I kind of need the food. So, what we're going to do is just leave that for now. And then we're going to go down, then we're going to go up. I think Axel for this. Survey says it's a box, I don't want it. We'll let this stay for the not needing a food check here. And then up we go to the quest location. Now I am going to try a trick here, which means I probably want to get rid of this bookshelf. Don't really need either of those. We're going to torch up. Axel can do this. And so there is not going to be a near up. We tried all the curios. Then can get rid of this. I am going to try to force spawn the wild hunt. If you don't know what I'm doing, I can keep going in and out of hallways, and this can spawn either traps or enemies. I'm going to do this for a little bit, see what happens. I think I might actually need to walk a little bit into it. I haven't done this in a little while. I'm having no luck with this. There we go, we got a trap, but that's not really what I want, so we can try to get these other 3 tiles. We got an enemy, which is... I mean, there's always the chance for that observer. If I get the observed trait, I'm just going to back out, just because how many more mashes are added to everything. So, safeguard first of all. Baneful breath, blighting. Got them all. That's 5 on the distorted observer. Then heal up. You know, I'm not really going to have a good chance of taking him out if I can't really hit him, and none of my attacks will. So I guess we're going to go for that and hope the riposte takes him out, which I'm not sure possesses even a riposte of full.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
We'll have to see. Baneful breath again, blighting. Didn't get the blight on the observer, which is not great. Another one down. Another one down, just leaving observer, which I think is going to try to possess. I think we resisted the quirk. All right. Taking gold.
Victory.
And we'll
nonetheless.
try this again. Come on, we can do it. Just spawn a fight. I'd actually be okay with the trap spawning. That way, you know, eventually I can just go through and do everything. Survey says... Yeah. I don't think I'm going to force it with this team here, even though they're doing really good. We'll go for it with something else in a long. I'm having a lot of fun with Athena here. So probably will be bringing her into some other fights, come to think of it. I'm not sure which areas, but there are some fun things up and coming that I know I want her for. So we'll see about that. once again, 1 or 2 heroes, depending upon the trinket setup you have. It is viable. Like, except for like with the bones, the Bonewheel enemies, I did not have much trouble at all with damage, which is kind of surprising. Like, damage to me, that is. Nothing really wrecked me too hard. The one thing I thought maybe would didn't really, or the things that I thought maybe would didn't really show their teeth, which is a little surprising. Since we already are marked, we're gonna heal off this. We might as well attack the champion, heal up a little bit. We're gonna de-stress with numbing aroma. And then we can purify. And then watch them drop to blight, because 11, 10, 8. So everything but the witch and the madman go. And then they're going to be brought up front, which is going to make things a lot easier.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
I don't get stressed out because we took him out, which is an interesting little mechanic there. And Zealous Ire the Witch, she goes down Fight's End. Okie dokie.
Her death by inches.
So, let's take what we can. Take the gold over the holy water there. Might as well take the crest because I haven't technically upgraded the bar. I don't consider it quest complete. I know I could keep going, like doing that until I got the wild hunt, but I'm not sure how long that would take. We got the moving piece for the librarian, which is another of the Enigma Esoterica that I'm kind of interested in trying. I'm not sure how I would use it, but we'll see about trying that at some point. 27,000 gold, a few heirlooms. Quirks. So, Wheeled Adventure on Zathena, she didn't have many quirks because of how we went about this, so that's just a thing. Husk Slayer replacing Musical, so plus 10 accuracy, 5 crit versus Husks, always good.
The shuffling dead are silenced. We have claimed dominion over
Silence in the crypts, plus 15% damage in the runes on the next quest. Don't really care about the resolved experience. Nomad Wagon, anything interesting. Can get Faithful Feather for plus 10 accuracy, minus 8% crits received. Could be good. Another of the Enigma Esoterica ignores stealth. Stealth on attack if not in position 1 or 2. On attack, de-stealth. Plus 15% stress, plus 15% max HP. Axel is going to get de-stressed, so I'm not going to be using him in the next dungeon. I've been kind of plugging away at getting rid of bad quirks. Not sure like what I'm gonna be getting rid of on who. Get rid of Bull Step. And then Lock and Hot to Trot, that's a good one. Like all of Celeste's attacks are ranged, so getting Natural Eye is a good one, and then Fear of Rat, let's get rid of that. Forgot Carmine had the Grey Rot, so let's get rid of that. I'm not sure why it's showing Vitalis still has a disease, but this is just Warpstone Mine stuff. And we can get rid of Shocker, just because minus stun resistance is not necessarily the greatest. And we can lock on Strider while we're at it. So, I really would like to go fight Nerub. Not sure what the next team is gonna be, but we have 2 longs to do it. And we have a chance to get the Wild Hunt while we're at it too, so that's probably gonna be what I'm doing next. But once again, not sure the team, but that's probably the plan for next time. And especially because we have plus damage in there, I'll probably be bringing damage dealers, not like a blight team, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Once again, we'll just see where we can go. So that'll be it for this time. As always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.